So in my new hardcore world, with my new weapons, tools, and enchantments, I'm the most overpowered I've ever been. But what about those who helped me get to this point? I absolutely used these villagers in the last video and then left them just out in the open in a dirt box. So after all their hard work, it was time to reward all the villagers with their own home. A villager trading hall that would look so sick by the time we finished, with a very cool little build to pay homage to one of my old Minecraft hardcore worlds. Now, I think it's going to be obviously much more efficient to build something in like a mountain rather than actually having to make our own build and then make it look all cool from the outside and everything. If we just make a hole in a mountain, then we only need to make it look good from the inside. You know, that's all that matters. Work smart, not hard, as they say in the industry. I just don't know if a cherry blossom mountain is going to work. I just think the pink on like the cherry blossoms is going to make the entrance of the villager trading hall not look anywhere near as cool, if that makes sense. This could be cool because it's also like in line with my house, like I'll be able to see it.
Wow.
Obviously a little bit of terraforming will be in order. In fact, I may as well start with that. We may as well prep the mountain to actually be able to make the entrance and make where our trading hall is going to be, because then after that I need to go to the nether. Don't ask me why, okay? I just do. A magician never reveals his secrets, so how about that? Anyway though, step one, we need a villager trading hall, so we shall clear the path for some sort of entrance. I'm probably going to have to block all this off. Maybe do a bit of terraforming. I don't know. I'll figure it out. At least I've got the tools for it now. Thanks to these lovely lot. Okay, you literally can't even see them. I like this little spot. It's nice and tucked away. The entrance isn't massive, but then when you actually walk in the entrance or maybe fly through it, I might make it just open. So obviously we can go through with the elytra. It is going to be massive when you go on the inside. Only issue is the villagers are over there and I need them to be over here, which means we need to go to the nether. I feel like I make that joke every single video. Obviously, we've got another portal at home. I think from episode 1. What I want to do is make a load of rails, obviously, to take the villagers from where they currently are to their new, what is going to be their new home. There's a few ingredients, of course, the first one being gold. So, obviously, we can make the powered rails. Although, I was going to use the fortune pickaxe, but thinking about it, seeing as we need loads of gold to make the rails to transport the villagers, why don't we break all this with my silk touch pickaxe? And then when I get home, we can make it all just like one giant ore and then break it all at once. A bit like the mining like 10,000 ores videos, but on a much smaller scale. I was going to mine the gold, but then I realized we still need to get the redstone and the iron, obviously, to make our rails. I feel like gonna need a lot. I do think we've got enough gold. We're just gonna need a lot of the other stuff. Obviously, we're going to the good old faithful cave that I literally go to in like every video at this point. I just know it's big and they've got loads of ores and it's just useful. There's no point in me trying to find another cave. While this cave hasn't failed me yet, I do also feel like I have completely ransacked it. I'm pretty sure the water's here. Okay, thank goodness for that. Nah, I could have survived that. Okay, well, I'm seeing a lot of redstone, so I guess it's operation to start off with. I'll be taking all of that. Oh my god, even underwater, the pickaxe is so quick. It's like Lightning McQueen. I guess you could say ka-chow. Even more, you are mine. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, there's so much.
That's what she said.
Do you know what? Diamonds weren't necessarily on the agenda, but I'll happily take them. Who's gonna deny those? Oh, I also won't deny some more redstone. The good thing about redstone is you break one block and it gives you about 9,000 to literally last like the rest of your Minecraft little life. Okay, we've got 33. That's not too bad. We probably still need some more. Oh, would you look at that? Ask and you shall receive. You can tell I've been here before. Goodness me. Oh, look at that. A little 2-in-1. Oh, 3-in-1 special. Don't mind if I do. Okay, then. That did a lot more damage than I thought it was gonna. If you didn't switch to the zombie lifestyle, mate, you could have been in my villager trading hall. But here we are. Now you're in my dead trading hall. Wait. Is that what I think it is? Well, if we wanted any copper, we've got that now. Goodness me, snowballs. Oh, that's so cool. We found a trial chamber. Okay, I'm not going to complete this right now because I don't need to. Unless it's going to give me iron and redstone, I don't need it. That's cool, though. We could return at some point. But for now, I need this lovely stuff. This cave is actually insane, by the way. Can you still get the axolotls? You can, right? Because I never managed to find a purple one. Imagine there was literally just like one right next to me. Look at this cave, though. It's actually beautiful. Oh, the little glow squids. I forgot about you guys. Will I die from this height? Nowhere near. We've got a new editor, by the way. Thrive. Shout out him. Everyone say hello, Thrive, in the comments. Welcome him. Unlike these zombies are doing to me right now. I've actually fought about 17,000 mobs since I've been down here. Lush Cave isn't feeling so lush, I'm going to be honest. Look at this little graveyard. Could have been worse. Could have been my rotten flesh on the floor. Oh, we've got more redstone, so that's handy. This is still technically part of the same cave, by the way. Have we got any more iron? Oh, we do.
Later.
Home time. I think we've got like a total of 5 stacks between like the redstone and the iron. I think that'll be plenty. It's going to be fun to break. I'm excited. I love fortune. Now, to be fair, all I need to do is smelt all the iron, make loads and loads of rails, and then place them going all the way to our new, well, where our trading hall is going to be. Well, to be fair, like I think I said earlier, I do want to build it obviously in the mountain to save us making an actual build. So all I really need to do now is dig. It's obviously going to go quite far down. I'm hoping the mountain goes high enough. It should do. Obviously, I want to make the roof higher than where it actually ends over here. I think we can do that. I think the mountain seems to go high enough. It doesn't just end here, does it? Okay, no, we should be good with what we want to do. Worst case, I can do a little bit of terraform magic, but I think we will be fine. To be fair, I don't really mind if I make it too big because I can just, you know, make the walls inside the place. I just don't want to accidentally make it too small and then the proportions are all wrong. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is an even number going to be fine? Maybe. I don't know. I seem to have dug into a cave. That makes my life easier because it means I don't need to dig all this area, but it makes my life harder because I then need to build walls all around this area. I am liking this. I think you're probably thinking, oh, why these gaps so wide for the villagers? What I'm thinking is we put 2 per 1. So it's almost like they've got like a stall where they're like selling the books, if that makes sense. Rather than putting them in like a little 1 by 1 hole where they're in prison. Oh, you're right there, buddy. Wait, can I hit him? No. So yeah, I think there should be like 12 slots, which is 24 villagers. I think that's roughly how many we've got, maybe like 22. But long story short, 2 per 1, that will fit all our librarians. Obviously, we need to make the build. I don't really want to bring the villagers over here and then have to like build around them. That doesn't really make sense. So we need spruce. Usually, I'd say we need to go, you know, find a spruce forest, all of that malarkey. But I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken... Wait, I don't have a single spruce sapling. We literally had like a whole spruce farm going on here the other day. Okay, well... Why are you following me, buddy? Oh, okay, I know why you're following me. Sometimes you think the pigs want to be your friends, and then they just want the carrots. Inspirational quote number 77 for you there. Obviously, I need spruce because, once again, like with the starter house, the vibe I'm going for is like a hobbit sort of medieval tavern Harry Potter sort of situation. So yeah, if you didn't grasp, we primarily need spruce to build that. I think there's a spruce forest round here. There's a couple of random trees up there. I mean, to be fair, all we need is a couple, and then we can use the saplings to make our own farm. Ah, okay, yeah. Now I'm getting my memory back. I'm like a superhero that's been frozen for 50 years. I know. I'm getting to grips with it now. Yeah, boy. I think I rinsed this area enough, which means we're probably just gonna have to break a couple of trees. There we go. This is what we need. Wait, there's actually a load of these bad boys. I feel so grateful for all the gifts the world has given me right now. Okay, but no, seriously, this is obviously going to be nowhere near enough for our build. So I'm going to go home. And then this is where the spruce farm begins. If you're wondering why there's so much empty space here with no grass whatsoever, it's because this is where in the last episode we planted like 90 million, thousand, billion bamboo. You can just do anything with this area, can't you? I feel like we don't need that many, but that will do. I mean, you never know. I might surprise myself. Obviously, logs are a lot more expensive than planks. Maybe I'll use a lot more logs than I think. To be fair, this is actually probably like half the build, actually making the walls and the ceiling and everything. Because when we've done that, we know where everything's going to go, and we'll be able to make the place actually look sick. When we finish the world, I do want to try and turn on shaders. I bet it's going to look actually insane. We've got a minecart track with powered rails that literally don't work yet, but it's okay. I actually did try to use the minecart track earlier, and it didn't work. But all that aside, though, we're getting there. I don't don't really have a plan for this. I'm sort of just going to wing it. I've got full bright on, so I forget how dark it actually is around here. Luckily, I've got a stronger bow than all of these guys. And sword as well, because sometimes it just takes too long to use the bow. Anyway, though, project, get this place sorted so we can actually make it then look good with all, like, decoration and stuff. And get the villagers moved in. I think the toughest part about this whole thing is going to be actually making sure I do the same thing across the board. Like, making sure each side is actually, like, the exact same and symmetrical. Because if it's not, that will actually just send me insane. But I feel like everyone's got, like, an OCD when it comes to Minecraft. Especially building. I feel like the one issue I always get with logs is I don't know whether to strip them or just leave them as normal. Oh, we missed a spot. To be fair, I suppose we can see how we get on. And then if I feel like I need to strip them, I can. Because if I do it now and then I change my mind, I'm stuck with them like that. But I can always do it to these guys. Oh. See what I mean? I'm now stuck with that block. Actually, I think we'll use logs above this thing as well. But if we do that... Oh, no, that is not what I meant. If we do that, there we go. The logs might have to come out a little bit rather than just being very two-dimensional, sort of in the wall. But again, we'll see how we get on. We can always make changes. Feel like that looks okay, especially if we maybe do that. I think this is a good start, though, for our little villager stalls. I'm actually really excited. It's going to be like the first proper build in this world. I actually feel like I'm cooking here. It's taken me a long time to cook, but I'm still cooking. Also, don't worry. I know this looks horrendous, but... What about now? Not only have we made good progress with the villager trading hall, but I got an ender pearl. So that's cool. But no, seriously, I'm loving how this thing looks. I've also just got myself trapped in a hole with no blocks in my inventory. So, yeah, that's good. You're probably wondering, Alfie, mate, what is this hole? Well, you'll find out. Let's just say I've got a really cool idea that's going to take a very long time. We'll figure it out eventually. Let's just say I'm gonna need to take a long trip to the nether later on. Now, obviously, all the villagers that are going into the trading hall are librarians. So, while it is sort of giving the Hobbit Harry Potter sort of tavern vibe, I kind of want it to look like a library. Obviously, I kind of used all my books on these guys. So, obviously, we need two things. And in the last video, people were talking about how inefficiently I did things, which is kind of true. So, this time, instead of going and killing a load of cows, I'm gonna go ahead and make a cow pen. Obviously, it's not going to look the best, but at least it's going to do the job. It'll be big enough for all the cows, at least. Now we need some cows to go in this thing. Luckily, I do literally have, like, a tiny bit of wheat. You're coming with me, buddy. Home, sweet home, buddy. Come on. Now you're just going to stay there. I'm going to go find you a friend. I feel like you probably wouldn't work for what I need you to do. You, on the other hand, are perfect, buddy. You're just going to take a very long time to get over there because you were so far away. Obviously, if I didn't explain it properly, we basically need to get a load of leather and then, of course, a load of sugarcane so we can make books, we can turn them into bookshelves to ultimately, like I said, make our trading hall into a big library. Before the sugarcane is Operation Cows. Welcome home, brother. So, I guess you guys better, you know. Oh, the baby cows are so much cuter now. Look at you. These guys are chilling. They can just do whatever they want. I now need to get loads of wheat, and I'm going to have to just sit and breed these guys for ages, because we're going to need a lot of leather. A wheat farm and a cow farm, both on the go at the same time.
2,000 years later.
It's actually mental how fast you can move around with a spear. Obviously, it does absolutely deplete your hunger, though. But it is cool. Anyway, we've got all of our cows. We've been breeding them. A nice bunch here. Look at these guys. These guys are just chilling, not a care in the world. It's a good thing I've got looting on my sword, isn't it? I don't know why I'm killing the baby ones. They're not even giving me anything. Also, I completely forgot the fire aspect was going to really help me out here and cook all of the steak for me. So now we've got a load of food. I'd say that was fairly successful. So now, of course, I had all the leather. We've got plenty of wood to make the bookshelves, but we needed the sugarcane to make paper, to make the books, to make these bookshelves. I was actually going to make a farm, and then I thought to myself, how often am I actually going to need tons of sugarcane? So I decided to go around, obviously collecting as much as I could, and then used my own river outside my house to obviously place it all and just keep farming it over and over. I think I said in a previous video that I want to transform this river at some point, make it look all nice. But for now, it was just my personal sugarcane farm. Oh, this is honestly the worst thing about this place, the mobs. I need to put lanterns down or something, but I feel like right now I don't exactly have the minerals for that. I don't really mind getting shot by skeletons or like hit by spiders or anything, but the creepers, I don't want them to destroy my work. Anyway, though, speaking of my work, this is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh. That does not look as good as I thought it was gonna. I really thought that was gonna be this kind of color. Okay, it should be fine. And then if we do bookshelves here, obviously we'll do those that side as well. In fact, I feel like this is probably gonna look horrendous. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. I need to break this with my silk touch pickaxe so I don't turn them into just normal books. Once again, work smart, not hard. Okay, what if we do actually just scrap that idea and use logs instead? I feel like that's gonna look much better. We can find a use for these spruce shelf things. Oh. Do we want to strip these logs? Yes. I don't know. I'll tell you what we should do. We're going to put some ladders in the middle. In fact, yeah, I think that's good because then we can have some barrels here. Obviously, the villagers are going to be stood here anyway. We can put a couple of beds down. This is like a good just backdrop. I just need to repeat it over and over. And then we're going to put a barrel on each of the left-hand sides, although I want it, like, facing upwards. Okay, yeah, there we go. I don't really know why. I guess it just adds a little bit of decoration. I still need to do the walls and everything, but at least this adds a little something. Also, these mobs are so annoying. We're going to have to get some sort of light source in a minute because this place, Thrive, if you could put, like, a clip of me trying to kill all these mobs while I was trying to do all this, honestly, it's been so annoying. A creeper even exploded earlier. I had to, like, rebuild a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I forget that it's actually really dark in here and mobs are just going to keep spawning. Goodness me. Oh, no. Let's just quickly get all these barrels down, and then we're going to have to figure this situation out, because I'm going to drive myself actually insane if I don't get rid of these mobs. I don't want to just throw loads of torches down, because obviously that's just going to look absolutely horrendous. But there's the barrels done, so... Great success. To be fair, we've already got a load of coal here, so I'm just going to grab that. We can make a load of torches. Do I have any iron left from when I was making these rails? I should do, right? Also, I do still need to name the horse and the hobbit hole from the last video. I know we've got some comments. I will be doing that later on. It turned out we didn't have enough iron, so I had to go again once to the cave. I had to grab a bunch of iron. I had to then smelt it. I turned all that iron into iron nuggets, and then finally, I was able to make the lanterns. And then I went back all the way to the villager trading hall, and then found somewhere for the lanterns to look good. To obviously add to our build that we're making, but also mean that, again, no mobs are going to spawn ever again. I did think I was going to use a lot more lanterns than this, but I don't want to put them on the roof and then there's just too many. But then I also remembered our big floor we're going to do is going to emit light. And now, a bit like in episode 1 when I built my house, I had to go around getting all sorts of different materials and stuff to actually decorate it and make it look good, and I wanted to do the same thing here. We had the shell of our villager trading hall, but we didn't have enough spice. I went around basically finding everything we needed to actually make it look good. I thought I would just do a voiceover while I do this so I could get it done as quick as possible, because we still have a lot to do, even though you may not think it just yet. Although I'm saying all this and it still literally took me about 2 hours to get everything. It's going to be worth it though. Now, the first obvious thing we need to do is we need to get rid of all of these walls in our villager stalls, and I'm just going to replace them with planks, so it's almost like a blank canvas. We can do whatever we want with it, but we can't do that when it's literally made of stone. So we're going to do that. I suppose I may as well do it for this as well. I don't know why we've got this little bit sticking out. I just thought it adds a little bit of depth rather than it just being like a straight wall, if that makes sense. So this is how all of our, I guess, villager stalls are going to look for now. We'll add some more bits and bobs, and then we'll have some sort of like thing here to obviously to stop the villagers from escaping. They don't need to go anywhere. They're gonna love it here. Now, this is gonna cost me a fortune. We actually might run out of logs, although saying that, I'm pretty sure we've got loads of logs where we did that forest. So worst case, I can go grab more, but I thought this would look really cool. Again, expensive, but worth it. Why does that actually look kind of cool? Okay, I ran out of those blocks, so this wax chiseled, whatever it's called, is going to have to do. It still looks cool. We can dot some trapdoors about. I'm trying to think of a way to incorporate these spruce shelves a little bit. I don't know, just to make this thing look a little bit more full. Is that cool? No, that makes it look like a prison. Not a prison, the villagers want to be here. Liar! Yeah, this is fine, to be fair. We're going to put buttons on the barrels. Don't ask me why. I'm just doing whatever comes to mind, okay? And hopefully when I'm done, it looks good. I'm sure it will. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have much confidence in this. No, I'm joking. It'll be okay. I feel like there's not enough stone in here. Would a random little wall look good? Yeah, why not? Let's give these guys a bit of wildlife as well. Signs could actually look really good up here. They don't even need to say anything. They just fit in like the empty space. I like it. Our little library areas are looking good. I'm really glad we do have the bricks. That definitely makes a difference. And I did not mean to do that. I just wanted those to stay as normal logs. I forgot I was going to strip them. What I was trying to do was just add a bit of deep slate here and there. Obviously, doing this then kind of matches the roof. Adds a bit of variety rather than just being those logs. Does it look good? I think so. I'm also going to put a stair here, some vines here. Wait, I've just realized if you put a redstone torch under here, it doesn't even need to stay there. I can light these guys up without it looking ugly. I guess that's what I'll be doing. I mean, the question is now, though, how do we get the villagers to actually stay in these things? I guess that's something I can just put off until later for when we actually have the villagers over here. I'll figure it out. But for now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and add all the other little bits of decoration around the main part of the villager trading hall, not actually in the stores themselves. I'm genuinely loving how this is looking. I didn't realize these little flowers here are going to give us all these little green particles, but I'll take it. Little flower granules flying about. Yes, all of the villagers stores have names and they're all called subscribe, so you should probably do that. I'm actually loving the little bit where these guys are going to stay. I forgot we didn't have any sort of light in these ones over here when we ran out of these lanterns, so I chucked a couple of these ones just here on the block. Weirdly, I really like this little area. I don't know what this is meant to be. It's just so we don't have empty walls. Let me know what you think, though. It looks a lot better in shaders, but obviously I'll show you that later on because yeah, the middle part with shaders, it's going to look nuts. You're probably wondering what that is. There's going to be a couple of steps to getting this that are going to be really annoying. The first part is we need to go to a swamp. Do I know where a swamp is? Absolutely not. I'm going to have to go and try and find one. I've got certain ingredients in my inventory. I don't know if you can tell why I'm going there. You'll see soon enough. In fact, when we get to the swamp, I'll explain what we're doing. Okay, so long story short, there's a swamp here. Here's what I'm thinking. So I've seen a flooring online where it's a really cool, like, amethyst sort of floor with amethyst blocks, amethyst shards and everything, which is great. You know, we'll go to an ocean, we'll find a load of those. That's going to take ages as well. But the issue is there's one thing that really makes it look good, and that is the frog lights. Is that what they're called? Some sort of light blocks that you get by frogs. Are they called that? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, though. And you know the purple one? We need that. So, yeah, the first step before even getting the amethyst for the flooring is obviously getting those frog lights, and that's going to be tricky in itself. First of all, we need to try and find slime because, well, I need slime balls. I feel like if there's none here, I'm just going to have to keep running around until some actually spawn in. This is so we can breed some frogs. We might get lucky around here. Oh, Spencer. Hello, mate. Everyone say hello to Spencer. Comments need to be full of hello Thrive and hello Spencer. Maybe one day we'll be sponsored and it'll be Hello Fresh as well. Oh, Mr. Froggy. You're literally useless to me right now. Unless there's just tadpoles here anyway. So tadpoles just spawn in naturally because technically that's all we need. But we do obviously need slime to breed the frogs to get tadpoles. I'm not seeing any. Although this swamp is pretty big, so I suppose those are the two options. Either find tadpoles or find slime. Do I have to wait till nighttime for slimes? I don't, do I? They spawn in the daytime. Oh, I keep seeing the sugarcane and thinking it's them. They should be around here somewhere. Maybe I'm on peaceful mode.
Later.
You don't understand how long. One, I've been running around. Two, how many times I've seen creepers thinking there were slimes. Right, these guys all need to go. We need all of the slime balls. All right, cool. 8, that is plenty. The only annoying thing is I now don't have a bed, so we are going to have to survive the night. Wasn't that like a Minecraft parody back in the day? Either way, where are the frogs? Am I meant to chuck it down, or do I actually give it to you? Okay, you've got that one. Are you guys... You're not close enough to each other, are you? Okay, come this way, buddy. Can I chuck it down? Is that going to make you come over here? Maybe? Not quite. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, Mr. Chicken, let me put you out your misery. Right, come on. We need these frogs to be close to each other. Any others? No? Maybe? Come on, Minecraft. Be nice to me. I've got so much more I need to do. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to trap this... Oh, wait. Can I even trap this guy, or is he just going to jump out the way? No, buddy. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Okay, there we go. I think he's trapped. That was literally the exact amount of wood I needed. Now, if we get one of these guys to just... I don't know. Scoot his way over here. Is that possible, buddy? You're not going to follow me if I hold slime balls, are you? I can't tell if he is following me or not, or if I'm just getting lucky right now. Are you following me? Okay. This is perfect. Let's do this to let you out. You're also going to want the slime balls, right? So now if I do that, boom, boom, make tadpoles. The magic has happened. I think they need to go to some water or something. Is that where this one's going? I can't tell. I'm new to all this swamp malarkey. I think this is actually probably the longest I've ever stayed in a swamp. Okay, there we go. I think that's frog spawn, but now we just have to wait. Eventually, it'll become tadpoles. I think it only takes a few minutes. Hello, guys. Okay, I think you can get like up to 3. I'm sorry, up to 5. We got 3. That will do. I don't know how many we need to grab. I think just 1. Oh, no. You're gonna die, I think. Okay, well, we've got 1. That's perfect. Actually, I suppose we may as well grab more. I knew you were gonna die, buddy. We've got 2. Now, I've had a look online, and apparently you need to take these things to a warm biome, and apparently a jungle counts as that. Although, I'm only going to place 1 down, because if we don't get a white frog from this, I'm going to be really annoyed. But I'd be even more annoyed if I wasted both tadpoles. So now we just wait for this guy to grow. I mean, it did work. The only issue is, well, okay, I sort of came prepared. I've got a lead, as you can see. I can bring him with me. Come on, buddy. Oh, don't drown. Well, I suppose you can't drown. He's a frog. Can frogs drown? I actually have no idea. So what I'm thinking is I've completely forgot to bring obsidian for another portal. So if I do that, are you going to stay there? I've got the coordinates now. Now at this point, all I could really do was go all the way home, grab all the materials I would need to actually make our nether portal, and then come all the way back to our frog to then obviously go into the nether. And finally, it was time to then get those frog lights. Brother, you're going to come with me. I'm going to bring this just in case. Okay, I'm pretty sure from now it's just smooth sailing, right? You need to... Oh, no, wait. How do I get you in here? Come on, brother. Wait. Oh, please don't die. See, here he is. Hello, buddy. You made it. Right, where's the lead? Here it is. You're coming with me. Let's go explore. This is probably, like, the worst possible spawn we could have had. But come on, mate. Come on, mate. Little staircase up. You can literally jump about... What can they jump? Like 15 blocks high? This shouldn't be a struggle for you, brother. So now, if you didn't know, all we need to get these, like, frog-like things is we need this guy to eat the small magma blocks. Or, like, the magma cubes. Wait. No. Please tell me he can't burn. He can't burn, can he? Oh, you just escaped death, brother. Hopefully they can't, like, burn anyway. I'm actually not sure. Okay, this is where we're going to find them. It also just means we have to get past those guys. No, no. You scared me, brother. Okay, here's what I think I'm going to do. You're going to stay there, brother. I'm going to go and grab a load of netherrack with my handy-dandy pickaxe. Now, this is going to sound really long-winded, and it is, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I literally flattened out this whole basalt biome just to make sure my frog wasn't going to burn, so then we'd be able to get all the magma cubes with ease. It was so easy. He was just eating them all. Nom, nom, nom. I don't know why I did that, but you get the point. He was eating them all. It was going well. Well, that actually worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. I'm hoping 3 stacks of these frog lights will be enough. I'm sure it will be. It really didn't take that long. Well done, buddy. What should we call you? Actually, I still need to name my horse from the last video. I'll do that later. We need to pick some comments. I mean, I was going to start it with these frog lights, but I may as well wait until we've got the rest of the ingredients for our floor. Question is, where are the oceans? I'm pretty sure oceans are the best way to get amethyst geodes. I know you can obviously find them from caves. I found one in this world already. I just think for the amount we're going to need, the ocean's going to be the way to get all the geodes, because I'm going to be clearing them out. I'm pretty sure if I just keep walking this way, there's like an ocean down there. We're pretty much at the ocean now, and the thought of swimming through this without a boat and having to constantly look down, it won't be fun. Surely the best thing to do is just go like third person. Would that work? Yeah, there we go. That's going to be much easier. It was actually my friend Harry that told me about this, so I've never tried it. I'm sort of just trusting his word that this actually works, although it's not working yet. Apparently they just sort of stick out in the ocean bed. I mean, I'm seeing pirate ships. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. I hit the jackpot. I don't know if it's because I'm actually properly in the ocean now and not surrounded by things. Maybe the other ocean I was at just like, I don't know, wasn't deep enough for one of these. But okay, Harry was telling the truth. I'm going to use my silk touch pickaxe because I think we want to get like the shards and stuff. Does that work? Can I just get those? I can. Okay, that's perfect because I was worried we weren't going to be able to pick those up. Oh, this is going to look so good when we're done. Wait, there's so much here. We actually might only need 1. Oh, actually, no, we need more crystals though. So we're probably going to have to find more just for those. One of the most satisfying blocks to break, by the way. Now, I was going to start grabbing out our ingredients and making this thing, and then I realized I'm still missing one more thing. I need to grab up a bunch of sand with my speedy shovel. It needs to all get smelted up into glass, of course. There we go. That'll do the trick. We need to get purple dye, which I don't think is actually that straightforward. I think I need to, first of all, get loads of roses to make red dye. I'm hoping there's a lot more than 1. I'm not going to lie. That got my hopes up. Okay, wait. This is perfect, because I was going to say, not only do we need the red flowers, but we need the blue ones as well. Obviously, basic color maths. Oh, there's there's a load of red flowers over here. I don't mind if I do. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of red flowers here. That should be plenty of those. I think the blue ones are just hard to find. And I don't think we've got any lapis at home instead that we could use. Oh my goodness me, we've hit the jackpot. Hello. Okay, that should be plenty now. Right, let's make up all of our red dye. Make all of our blue dye. Put that there. There we go. And now if I put that there and put that there. Oh, we're cooking. To be fair, we actually got too much dye. Look at that. The moment of truth. Is this actually going to look as good as I've been thinking it will this whole time? Now, while this does look really cool, it really just adds to the build. I've been waiting to do this for so long. Now, obviously, it does look cool, but it looks a lot better with shaders. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but first of all, what I want to do is I want to build this villager statue over at the edge of the build. It's a big stone villager. It's actually quite small in comparison to the one that I originally did on my old world back in the day. This is kind of to pay respects to that old world. We had a giant stone villager statue, and I thought, why not put a little mini version over at our new 2026 villager trading hall. And then the only other thing I had to do was obviously get all our villager friends in here. I broke all their lecterns and made my own so I could make that the sort of barrier to stop them leaving. Not that they'd want to leave, they want to stay here. It took a while, the minecart track did work, and we got all the villagers here eventually in, of course, the villager trading hall. And it was time to see what this thing actually looks like with shaders. Can these villagers even use the lecterns that I'm placing, or does it have to be the one that they specifically got their job with? I don't even know. I hope these are gonna work. I want to be able to get my trades whenever I want. Can I just smack these minecarts and not hurt you guys? Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really too bothered by getting the minecarts. Yes, they cost me a fortune in iron, but at the same time, I'm gonna try and get those, and then these guys are, oh, sorry mate, you know, these guys are gonna escape, then I'm gonna have to try and get them back. I'd just rather be without. What? Brother, can you stop getting in the way? Honestly though, at least all of our trades are here now. We can get them whenever we want. Also, look how nice the vines are over here, and then because it's under a pale forest. Ugh. Also, I don't want to see a single comment about the fact that our villager is off center. I know. Look at the nose. There was nothing I could do. He's got to be in the middle. I just unfortunately didn't think about that when I was building this. I'm sorry. I know it's annoying. Not only am I loving how this thing is looking, we've got a nice big entrance for when I one day get in a Elytra, I can just fly straight in. It also means at some point I can get rid of the big dirt area over there. And we still need to look at this thing with shaders. Oh my goodness. I mean, the whole world obviously looks majestic. But look at this. Guys, are you loving your new home? I honestly love how the flooring looks. This is my main inspiration for doing the flooring. I know as soon as I whack on shaders, you know, we've got the frog lights. I knew it would look amazing. Villager buddy, I hope you're loving your new home. He's got the lanterns and everything. This place is... this place is sick. And look, we don't have all the gaps in between the glass. It's just one big pane. I've actually been thinking about starting to play with shaders. Maybe not these ones. Maybe some more low-key ones. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. We now have a lovely place for all our villagers to chill. We can just grab all the trades whenever we want, like it's nothing. This world is actually starting to feel like a proper Minecraft hardcore world. We're getting there. There's a lot more to do, a lot more to be done, but I'm really enjoying it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you later.